Welcome to the record bar here at JB Hi-Fi Hurstville. Yes, we're rocking it out here with Mel's Bells on camera. She's filming away very, very well. Ladies and gentlemen, next week in the ARIA Awards, a wonderful band will be finally inducted into the Hall of Fame. Yes, and that band is Crowded House. They got together after Split Enz broke up. Neil Finn, who is the prime songwriter and leader of this band, Paul Hester and Nick Seymour got together, and basically they started out a band that basically did become our Beatles. They did. They were Australia's Beatles. They actually started off called the Mullanes, which is the name of Neil Finn's mother's maiden name, and but then they became Crowded House because they went to America. They were signed to Capitol. They had hit after hit after hit, and when it comes to songwriting, Paul McCartney once said about Neil Finn, he was the greatest, he is the greatest songwriter in the world, which is a big, 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 big accolade. But now, the wonderful people at the record companies have finally re-released all these fantastic Crowded House albums, including the last few that they've done. And they're absolutely superb packs. They're $29.99. All of them have got the normal album, and then they've got all extra tracks on them as well, like demos and rehearsals and full versions and half versions. Everything you want around this time are available now for $29.99. But also, they've all also been released on vinyl, which I'm so happy about. My pants are wet. That's how happy I am. And you can get, so if anything, you have to get these on vinyl, especially these four. The first album, which is one of the finest debuts in the world, which includes Don't Dream It's Over. Probably, this album here, Temple of Low Men, is in my top 5 favourite albums of all time. It is just a classic album. It was the second album. Didn't do as well as the first one, but to me, it's a much, much, much better album. Into Temptations on this album, When You Come, Better Be Home Soon, which always brings a tear to my eye, but we won't talk about that. And it is just a superb album. Then, Neil's brother Tim, who is in Split Enz with, don't you hate it when you get hair in your mouth? Neil's brother Tim actually enjoyed Crowded House for a short while, and they made this masterpiece, which some Australian critics have called one of the greatest Australian albums of all time, which is Woodface. Weather With You, It's Only Natural, absolutely hit after hit, an absolute classic album. And then the last album before they first broke up, which is Together Alone, another masterpiece, Private Universe, Black and White Boy, Tunnel of Love, Pineapple Head. This album is just wonderful. It is just a killer record, but all of them are, as I said, they didn't release a bad record at all, and they're all available here at JB Hi-Fi at the record bar here in Hurstville, here in the middle of this wonderful thing, the most sweetest smelling place in the world. So come on down, get your Crowded House now. My name's Daz. I've been filmed by Mel's Bells, and until next time we meet, I'd like to say, shine on Crowded House, shine on, you deserve it, shine on, shine on.